As we enter the numeric potential of the number 7 for the month of July, we review the qualities of this esoteric symbol. The number 7 is the energy, I like to call it the energy of the truth seeker. It's often called a mystical, magical, and lucky number. In Egyptian numerology, it is an ancient symbol of spiritualism that always follows a universal collective sacred order. On July 7th, the 7-7 energy portal is anchored and releases a cosmic alignment as the Sirius Gateway opens. There's a lot going on this month. So brace yourself for a surge of cosmic manifestation energy, the type of power that turns dreams into your waking reality. The number 7 is not just a number, it represents the heartbeat of mysticism, the whisper of ancient wisdom, and the symbol of spiritual mastery. It is the energy closely linked to the sage and the mystic. It is the key to the liminal spaces where we commune deeply with the spirit world. On this magical 7-7 portal day and throughout the month, we are encouraged to step through the grand cosmic Sirius Gateway and that embraces our divinity. So allow the numeric momentum of the great central sun inspire and motivate you to align your personal journey with a larger divine plan. This is the time to shed the old ways and step into full grandeur as the universe whispers her ancient secrets in your ear. Hello and welcome. I'm Sara Bachmeier with Egyptian Numerology and the author of Egyptian Numerology Emergence into the Fifth Dimension, which helps people understand their true potential in this lifetime. My second book, The Path of a Wounded Healer, Liberation is for the Asking, was written for light workers who contracted to help the planet and its people evolve out of the illusion of having to repeat cycles caused by the design of their journey. Numbers are energy that tell a story that help us connect to our higher self. The number 7 is our first cycle number. I mentioned earlier in the video that it is the number for sacred order of the universe. So the number 7 is our first cycle number of maturation and development. And in my book, The Path of a Wounded Healer, Liberation is for the Asking, I track the 7-year cycles of our life. The universe uses the number 7 energy to build and create the greatest wonders in life. We have the 7 colors of a rainbow, the 7 heavens, 7 primary natural musical notes, 7 days of the week, 7 continents and 7 oceans, and 7 main chakras, energy centers. If you have a 7 as your life path number or in your birth chart, it points to incarnating as an awakening old soul. Although this person holds a 7 in their birth chart, they tend to respect religious vows. It is more about being a spiritual seeker and an analytical thinker, but they do respect the vows of spirituality that's found in religion. This powerful vibration looks beyond the mundane to reveal hidden truths. After an awakening, many can now see beyond the veil. This inner sight can be surprising and refreshing. It is also very helpful in being able to determine the false from the truth. But what do we do after our inner vision reveals contrasting information? We have to question everything we were told and look deeper to find that what we thought was real is now being questioned. And this can be in the area of food, education, love, health, religion, and so on. This month is about integrating the information that is available to us on the other side of the veil, the intuitive guidance that you have received regarding living in the physical world is a truth so real that we must begin to live in alignment with it. Now, not everyone's going to understand the changes that you make in your life, and that's okay. Not everyone is ready to allow the spiritual life to become the dominant path. Some of the new information that we're being guided to follow is about aging, food, consumption, environmental issues, respecting animals, and communicating with them. Religion, information about our ancestors, our family, independence, and the list goes on. There's so many truths that are being revealed through our intuitive systems. In the past, enlightenment experience was reserved for the chosen ones in the form of being a shaman, a priest, a priestess, and even a saint. But now that the veil is more transparent and through our higher self, we have access to unlimited amount of ancient truth. And bringing this truth into our contemporary living structure and our daily reality is now becoming a common mystical experience. One of my favorite quotes is the one from Alice in Wonderland. Everyone wants a magical solution, but nobody wants to believe in magic. There are many people who believe that history is destined to repeat itself into destruction. That cycle that cycle cannot be broken. They also believe that the second coming of Christ will be in the form of a human, and that their life has no great purpose other than surviving day to day. But the spiritual messengers embody change through the birthing process, and these are the wounded healers, the light workers, star seeds, and spiritual seers. They know that on a cellular level, that a vision held with strong emotion is a vehicle for transformation. People like to hold on to scientific evidence, old paradigms, and religious structure because it makes them feel safe. They don't want to be labeled a fool for thinking outside the box. But when a spiritual transformer views these behaviors, they say to themselves, what box? Mainly because they incarnated without attachments to society limitations. The 7/7 portal activations wave a magic wand over silly, self-made restrictions and grant access to the mystical experience of all possibilities found within spiritual truth. It opens the third eye to view our true potential. As these moments of truth project themselves like a slideshow on steroids, we cannot document them fast enough, so we learn to open our consciousness to receive so that we can enter the sacred transformation and share this wisdom with others. This month, the energy of the number 7 belongs to the truth seeker. Truth is an elusive and transient concept, isn't it? It travels through time and space, touching the lives of everyone who craves it. It has a mysterious nature about it because what is true for you today can change tomorrow. But the integrity of truth always remains the same. There are several gateways to truth. There's our personal truth, collective truth, and spiritual truths. There is our personal truth that is born out of our own experiences, and it is subject to change as we heal and grow and mature in life. Then there's the collective truth, such as the sky is blue, the earth is round, Jesus was a real person, water is wet, humans go through a birthing process, and science plays a big part in what the collective agrees to be true. And this truth is also subject to change as we follow new discoveries. It's important to ask questions when seeking the truth, especially the collective truth. The sky is blue, but does everybody see the same shade of blue? Collectively, we were taught to believe that the earth is round, but some people are arguing and questioning whether it's really flat. Another one is that we were born to die. But is that necessarily true? Personal and collective truth often changes with time, but the spiritual truth that most of us are seeking never changes. They have been tested through the winds of time. What changes is our relationship to the truth. A favorite biblical quote from the Gospel of John is, "And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." It's one of my favorites. As our awareness heightens, our perspective of spiritual truth matures. This doesn't mean that the truth itself has changed, only the way that we apply it to our life has shifted. Recognizing truth and intuition go hand in hand. You can really feel when something is true for you. Your whole body can sing a frequency of joy. It resonates on a deep level, even if you don't understand it with your mind. It just sits well and it teases us to play with it. Maybe toss it up in the air and see what comes out. Grasp it and then let it go and allow it to come back to you in pieces that you can integrate into your present day reality. So, truth is a difficult concept to wrap our head around because even in spiritual truth, there is no absolute truth for everyone. Your truth and my truth will always be different, even if we agree on the same concept. So, wear your life like a loose garment. The only absolute truth is where you are and who you are right at this moment. What you believe today is your dominant truth today, but it can change tomorrow. So stay fluid, and you will find that the more you learn, the less you know. Stay curious and always be teachable. Truth is meant to be tested. Truth is humility in action, because if it doesn't humble you, it won't change you. For instance, have you ever believed in something so strongly that you became a living example of this truth? And then, for some reason, life experiences changed your view and perspective, and now you live a totally different life than the one that you had before. Now, this can happen with people that teach what they believe to be true and then are faced with an adversity that explodes their own concrete view of truth and changes their life completely. For instance, if you really believe that doing yoga every day is the answer to optimum health and spiritual well-being, and then one day you get a medical diagnosis that completely rips apart your compartment of truth, or let's say that you're a relationship compatibility coach, and then one day your partner cheats on you, and this will challenge everything you thought you believed in. This is a funny world, and it's best navigated with a great sense of humor. So don't take life personally because every truth has a paradox, and it's up to you to determine what truth is for you. Now, this is important because if you are on the ascension path, one of the messages for this month is to continue the soul journey forward by releasing attachments to the physical world. It is in keeping earthly attachments to what we believe to be true that can obstruct our progress to connect and channel with the ethereal realms. Attachments can be anything, like it can be an idea, an item, a person, a habit, thoughts, money, status, and so on. The lyrics from Janis Joplin, "Freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose." I love that lyric because to me it means that once I let go of my attachments to the physical world, I am free from limitations, and this requires deep and profound truth. Learn to respect the truth that others express, but stand firm in your intuitive perspective. Speak your truth without attachment to the outcome. Always ask, is it kind? Is it true? And is it necessary? You may have to get comfortable with speaking your truth. You may have to get comfortable with conflict when you speak your truth because not everyone will agree with you. And it's important not to push your truth onto others and expect others to understand. Don't take it personally when others share their truth and it isn't a vibrational match to yours. So we can learn to agree to disagree. Respect is the number one in sharing your truth. But always share your truth as it feels right for you in the moment and leave room for more awareness. Your truth should stand firm in the moment and be backed by your passionate experiences. As we become more authentic and truer to ourselves, the ascension path and our connection to source light becomes more defined. Seeking the truth is not always a popular occupation, but for light workers, it is as essential as food and water. This month will open your psychic centers to include more of the spiritual mysteries. And as you embrace the journey with the willingness to expand your heart and mind, more will be revealed. This concludes the 7/7 portal activation transmission. I hope you resonate with this information. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment below. To learn more about Egyptian numerology, please join our community Facebook group. We'd love to have you. I have the link below in the description box. My website is currently under construction. So the best way that you can reach me is through my email at opentothefifth@gmail.com. Have a magical and enlightening month. Namaste.